forge diverter valve.
Forge diverter valve. So step one.
Jack the car.
Jack it up. So, since Corey is not floor jack certified, I have to do it. You wanna watch me? And just, I'm gonna do this with no floor jacks. Very, very sketchy. 5-10 weld. Your electronic parking brake is set, right?
Correct.
Alright, good.
I don't think it's in gear though. That might be. I think it's in first.
Yeah.
Barely clearing. Oh, that dude's always jamming.
Alright, there we go. That's done. Alright, now I need a screwdriver. Got that right here. And we're gonna go under here and do this. And take all these out.
Yeah, I forgot about those fun things.
1, 2, 3. Oh, by the way, we're doing this with as cheap as tools as we can.
Very much so.
I have to be very, very careful with this Craftsman Evo screwdriver. I cannot break it.
I'll have to replace it.
They won't replace it.
Yeah, I know. I will. I'll have to.
Yeah, you'll actually have to buy one.
It's what the manual said.
I mean, I thought Craftsman was lifetime warranty.
I thought it was too. That's why I was like super pumped, and I started reading about it when I got it, and I'm like, oh, it's only got a 2-year limited warranty. I'm like, that's kind of bullshit.
How can NASCAR approve this stuff?
Oh, they buy the real shit. I don't know.
Alright. Throw that off to the side. We don't need it no more.
We're not putting it back on?
I will.
I like it.
There's too much shit down here to not put it back on. So Corey, when are you going to join the Rowdy Audi family?
I don't know.
When are you going to join the Rowdy Audi family?
It has to be after the first snowfall.
After the first snowfall, huh?
Yeah, we have to drive it in snow once or twice.
So, let me see that.
What, this?
Let's show these guys what we're doing here. Alright, I know you cannot see that. So, what we're going to take off is this thing right here. This is a factory diverter valve. We're going to ditch it. Corey's never had a blow-off valve on any of his cars.
I had a hatch that had one.
You had a hatch that had one?
Yeah.
It's already off. I think that took me maybe 10 minutes, and the only 2 tools I used was this 5mm
I don't think that
Allen key and these pair of needle nose pliers because I needed something to wrench this guy over. Alright, you ready to install it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. So, first step on the instructions we've already done. What else do we got to do now? How if you know? Well, it says something about these O-rings and something else, and you got a whole lot of crap there.
Here's the O-rings.
Alright, O-rings. Rubber seals to assemble the valve before installation process begins. So I guess those got to go on there. Yeah, one there, one there.
I do believe.
Alright, separate valve into position. We'll stop the valve from working. Alright, so where's that Vaseline I got brought? Alright, grab that Vaseline. So what we're going to do, so these things don't just fall out on us randomly, is also take note of, yeah, okay. Take note of these 2 lines here because you're going to have to remember those later for hooking up the diagram.
Okay.
Alright, so take a little bit of Vaseline and just put a little dap on those. We're using this similar to RTV. So just put a little bit on there.
Right here?
Yeah. There you go. Just, it's something for the gasket to stick to.
Okay.
Is all we're doing here. And this isn't going to like RTV, you might not want to.
I wouldn't use RTV.
No. because it's gonna, we don't want to be like boogering it and sealing it all up. Now then do a little bit here on the top. So this is gonna help a couple things. A, it's gonna keep those seals. I like using it on the seals. It makes them a little bit longer lasting, but more importantly, it won't let them fall out easily. All right, put that seal on there. That one. Now watch. Stick the other one on there. Perfect. Now when you go to install this thing, it doesn't just like flop out and fall out on you. See? Good. Golden. All right, special hardware to install with.
That's all we got left.
We just reuse our old nuts and bolts. That's what it looks like. Bolt the forge valve in place on turbo. Remote takeoff. Orientation doesn't matter. It will fit any way round. Fit any way round.
Someone needs a proofread.
That is verbatim for the record. But be mindful of the direction that the lower vacuum port is facing, as you'll need access to it later. So what they're saying is, you can put this thing any way you want, but that one, yeah, we do have to get to. So, alright, let's see if I can do this without... Okay, so this spring and all those zip ties get crammed inside of here. Actually, you want to just show them? Here, take that. No, not that, this. Unscrew the cap. Grab the bottom. There you go. Yeah, this little spring right there just pops out, and you put the blue one in after you get tuned. I'm guessing that has to do with something with like air pressure or amount. No, it's probably boost pressure. Try to line those two back up somewhat. Oh, it's all good, man. Here, you take that. I'm gonna offset them just a bit like that.
Doesn't it gotta be tight though around there?
It will.
Oh, okay.
I'll tighten it down now, but here's my thought. Is I put a vacuum line on this and a vacuum line on here, and they're gonna crimp together because of the angle.
Right.
So if I leave them offset just a little bit,
Shouldn't do that.
shouldn't really do that.
Sweet, sweet.
So we'll try that. I'm also gonna put my ports towards the bottom. So I'm gonna install it something like this, so I have access from the bottom to just slide my nipples up on there. I think you guys can see it. So I'm gonna install this, and then I'll show you guys how it looks in there. All right? You can kill that. Oh.
Well, maybe.
That's installed. So there is a small little thing that I, kind of wonder about. This is me. So there's another, I think these are called like, the manufacturer of these things are called like Pureg or Perg or whatever. But looks basically just like this, just not supplied by Forge. And his factory, it's right there. No, we cannot just use that one. But this line right here is a vacuum source line. It goes directly to the vacuum side or the outlet side of the turbochargers. This is the where the muffler delete will go, the turbo muffler delete will go once we get it. I say all this because if you have the CTS or any other pancake valve delete, this line right here, this port is blocked off. Well, Forge sends you this fantastic little adapter to go in the middle of your pancake valve and your factory intake manifold, and gives you 3 ports here to supply a vacuum source. Well, we're not going to use those. Put it back in the box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this line, and wherever it went, there's a little vacuum. We're going to put a vacuum tee in there, and then we're just going to, there's a 10 millimeter bolt hole right there. I'm just going to bolt this guy up like that, plug it into the harness, and everything's right there and be done. Sweet and simple, and it's a little bit cleaner of an install in my opinion. And I don't got to stare at this. So, awesome sauce. Also, this end right here plugs into... Where'd that other diverter valve go, Corey? You're not being helpful. The one I took off, the factory one.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're good. Plugs into this line right here, the cord that came off of that. So that's all there is there. And then, yeah, we're gonna make some turbo noises. Are you ready?
Sweet, sweet.
Sweet. So, if you want to take a look, the diverter valve is up there. Just for the time being, we actually took this bolt out right here and just mounted that bracket right on there. It's sweet and simple. And I told you I tapped that line for our vacuum source, so everything is right here. You don't got to run it 3/4 of the way off your engine. To be honest, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm about 60% sure. So we're going to start this thing up. We're not going to put the belly pan on for right now because we got to take this off probably tomorrow when the turbo muffler delete gets here. Are you okay with that, Corey?
Yeah, that's fine. We can leave it on.
All right.
Let's put it back on when it's all done.
What we are going to do, though, is put this bolt in here, and we're going to do the same thing on that end, just so these don't flap around too much. So, going to do that, shut this off, and then we'll start it up for us so it's on the ground, and I'm not under it living dangerously. All right. Check. Floor jack. Check. All right, let's see if the car runs worth a damn. We're not going to hear nothing right now, so we're going to have to start it up. Just make sure there's no leaks or anything. And then let the car warm up before we start trying to rev on it and make all cool sounds. All right. Sounds like an Audi, man. Still runs. Any check engine light? Huh? You got service due, just so you know. Story of your life since you bought it? Actually, that's a lie, because this car was really, really taken care of by the guy we got it from. We have got a service records like 2.5 inches thick. You got him over there? Oh. So, all right, there it is. In a matter of a whopping probably 4 hours, we got this stuff at 2 o'clock. We've installed a, go ahead and shut off. Go ahead. We will. So, there you go. There you have it. In a matter of about 4 hours, we've installed a CTS turbo, block off plate. What is that damn thing called? I just completely forgot what that thing was.
What?
What have we installed in the last 4 hours?
The intake, the diverter valve, and then the block off.
Yeah, we just installed all those Johnnies there. Pancake delete, catch can, cold air intake, and a diverter valve replacement, which, mind you, all of this, except for this cold air intake here, are maintenance mods. These stuff will fail. He's got friends that he was worked with that have told him about how many engines they've gone through
3 or 4
before they put a pancake valve delete on, and has solved a lot of their problems. I've got a friend who's got a 2.0 FSI, Kyle, shout out, and he's running a BSH adapter with the air catch can. He's over 260,000 on factory turbo still. So the stuff does work. He's on his factory engine too. Don't get me wrong, he replaces his cam followers like no one's business. And he's also on stage 2 APR. So, but Corey will get there. I think the next thing is to install the downpipe and maybe get rid of a couple of the mufflers. We're going to keep the factory muffler, but we're going to clean up our mess here. Let this thing warm up, and then we'll go for a quick drive and see if we can hear really cool sounds. All right. Once again, if you like this video, hit like, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let us know what you do or don't like. Frankly, I really don't care, but we'll maybe take it into consideration. Once again. You got anything to say before we go?
No.
No? Bye?
Get this cleaned up and we'll see what you do.
All right.
think all of that stuff is yours.
There. Everything's on and installed. I'm gonna turn this light on so we have a little bit of extra light. Do those bug you?
No, okay.
Alright. Oh, what's going on over here?
It's a school. It's like strobing inside, dude.
Yeah.
That is some...
I wonder if somebody broke in.
Shit, no, that'd be an alarm off.
You think? Oh. I hope you guys can hear this. That's so awesome. That's the small things in life.
It's just cool because it's gonna die and it keeps it from breaking in. It sounds badass.
Right?
Like a win-win.
Totally, totally. Everybody wins in this scenario.
I think that might look like it was meant to go on way more than just this car.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's go that way so we can go down to Mexico real quick. Dude, no whistle. No whistle. Yo, salsa, I told you we were heading to Mexico. It pulls better too. It makes it pull way better. Like
down pipe more than turbo motor. That's what should be make it pull way better.
Oh yes. That's fine. Get on it as you go. How cheesy are we standing out here on the side of the road doing this? I feel like Harry Potter standing underneath the light waiting for a bus to show up.